choose to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Looking very smart, Mark, unlike me. But thanks for having me down at the dinner show today. A really good show and some absolute confusion at the end. Some people were happy and then they were sad. There was not carnage in the ring, there was carnage outside of it.
Yeah, it was a great main event, wasn't it? You know, it's toe-to-toe action. It was tough to call it, and it was a split decision at the end. And I thought, Boyd edged it. You know, there was that point deduction from McCord. But when they called it for McCord, I thought, well, that's harsh. That's harsh. And then I looked down, and then the judges were down there, no, you got it wrong. And then the MC called out the wrong corner. I mean, I don't know. Boyd's obviously ecstatic over it. McCord's gutted because he thought he had it, then he didn't. But, you know, carnage. But there you go. The right hand was lifted in the end. But what a great main event just to finish it off. The crowd were loving it.
It was a fantastic show. Some good talent on display as well. I'm going to talk about Courtney Bennett quickly. I thought like there was some really good shot selection in the first. I know he's got a good amateur background. I feel like there's a really, really good fighter in Courtney Bennett there.
Yeah, I think so. He's got some great potential, hasn't he? You know, we all know he's got this great amateur pedigree. But tonight, I think he was very intelligent. You know, this guy, you know, he's 20 stone, I think, the guy who's fighting, and he was putting up a really, really good display, but it's really good, intelligent display from Courtney, picking his shots really well, not rushing when he had him hurt. I think it's great. I think he's one to watch for the future. Big guy, good setup, good training setup behind him. Yeah, I think we're keeping an eye on him.
And Alfie Gaskin, good again, and keeping his unbeaten record.
Yeah, and we had him in with Jensen Irvin tonight, who's always in for a fight. You know, good 4-2 record. So that was a good, mature performance for him. Picked his shots nicely. Had him wobbled, I think. You know, he got caught himself a few times in the third round, but he'll learn a lot from that. Because, you know, at this stage in his career, he doesn't want to just be fighting people he's going to walk through and win every single round. He needs people who are going to fight back, and that was really good for him tonight.
Yeah, really good show, like I said. Thanks for having us down. Even though I'm not dressed as smart as you, of course. Mate, I've got to talk about today. We were just saying it off camera. Absolute chaos. What have you seen from the Adeleye and Wardley incident, and what do you make of everything?
Oh, you got to love boxing. It's mad, isn't it? You know, I'm hearing all sorts of stories. I'm seeing it all over social media. It's all kicked off at the presser. I wish I was there, not in a tux over at the Royal Lancaster. But you know, I'm hearing that the fight's off. Fabio's got a damaged hand. He's cut. There was some cheap shot from one of Adelaide's or one of his crowd or entourage and stuff. Who knows? But you know, this is a crazy sport we're all involved with. But just I love it.
Well, the thing is, it's a really good fight. Obviously, being in Saudi, I know there was talk of whether it would be for the British title on the line, but look, at least we would have had the fight. But it is just boxing to go one step too far, and now everything being in jeopardy. We had the fight announcement, and half an hour later, people saying it's off. So it is just so boxing.
It's mad. I mean, it's a great fight, though, isn't it? You know, I'm really looking forward to it. Do you know that fight's gonna be even bigger now because there's beef. There's going to be a presser where these two are at it. Because probably Frank's going to do one of those things and put a barrier, a Hessian defence, stand down in the middle of doing the presser again, back in the old David H. Azura sort of things. But yeah, that's what we love boxing because it's so unpredictable. But that's a cracking fight, and I mean, you know, that's just added to it.
It was all a plan to sell out the O2 eventually. On Fury and Ngannou, I know there'll be criticism. Fury would not have defended the belt for a year, and of course, we're boxing people. We want to see challengers fight for the world title. But having been there today, I'm not saying it changed my opinion, but I get it. It is just so massive. What's your kind of take on the whole Fury and Ngannou thing?
You know, I think if you're a WBC contender waiting for your shot, you're going to be frustrated. Apart from those people, everyone else can get it. I think it's so big, it's so massive. There's so many eyeballs on boxing now. For the boxing purists, they're not going to be really over keen on it. But I just think, you know, it's boxing, it's getting more eyeballs onto boxing, they're just getting more clicks, more views. Can't be a bad thing overall. Tyson, he's selling books, he's selling out his top of rankings on Netflix shows. He's just something else now, isn't he?
Do you think he is one of them where he kind of deserves to reap the fruits of his labour, I guess? Because he has made himself more than just a fighter, like you said. He's a celebrity now, and that is down to him and his personality. I guess he's reaping the rewards, and you can kind of say, why not? He deserves to, in a sense.
Yeah, why not? Indeed, because what a comeback he's had. If you think of how low he got at one point in his life and his career, to look where he is now, I think he deserves it. Absolutely deserves it. And it's just, I think it just shows now how easily we get suckered in. Because I was talking to boxing fans today and telling me this, and going, he might have a really good chance actually, because he's got a really big punch on him. Deontay Wilder can't do it to Tyson Fury, but an MMA guy will. People are, that's going to sell massive pay-per-view, isn't it? But people just fall for it. But it's great. It's a sport we love.
To not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17, 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,